The 2018-19 UEFA Nations League was the inaugural season of the UEFA Nations League, an international association football competition involving the men's national teams of the 55 member associations of UEFA. The league phase of the competition was played between September and November 2018, with the finals tournament for the group winners from League A taking place in Portugal in June 2019. Team performances in the league phase were used to seed teams for the qualifying group stage of UEFA Euro 2020, and awarded berths in the playoffs, which decided 4 of the 24 final tournament slots. Adoption. In October 2013, Norwegian Football Association President Yves Holland confirmed that talks had been held to create a third full national team international tournament for UEFA members in addition to the FIFA World Cup and UEFA European Championship. The concept of the UEFA Nations League would see all UEFA's member associations' national teams divided into a series of groups based upon a ranking formulated using their recent results, where they would be promoted and relegated to other groups according to their results within the group. The proposed tournament would take place on dates on the FIFA international match calendar that were previously allocated for international friendlies and would not affect the FIFA World Cup or UEFA European Championship. In March 2014, UEFA General Secretary Gianni Infantino stated that one of the benefits of the proposal would be to help less glamorous national associations arrange games. The Royal Belgian Football Association's General Secretary Steven Martens said that lower-ranked nations would still benefit financially from the competition, as the television contract with UEFA would be centralized. The UEFA Nations League was unanimously adopted by the 54 UEFA member associations at the XXXVII Ordinary UEFA Congress in Astana on March 27, 2014. Format. Original format. According to the approved format, the 54 UEFA national teams were divided into 4 divisions, 12 teams in League A, 12 teams in League B, 14 teams in League C, and 16 teams in League D. In each league, 4 groups were formed and teams played each other both home and away. Adjustment starting from 2020-21. After the completion of the first season, UEFA decided to adjust the format of the Nations League starting from the 2020-21 season. The new league structure comprised 16 teams in Leagues A, B and C and 7 teams in League D. The transition to the new format occurred by making various one-time changes after the 2018-19 season, namely the suspension of relegations in both League A and League B, the promotion of the 2 best teams per group in both League C and League D, and the promotion of the best third-placed team from League D. This change to the format followed a collective consultation process, whereby all UEFA national associations reiterated their intent to further reduce the number of friendly matches. The number of competitive matches was increased from 142 to 168, thus increasing the commercial value and viewer attractiveness of the competition. Almost all teams in the same group played their last match simultaneously with the aim of promoting fairness. More matches were played within Leagues A and B, with the 2 leagues now incorporating competition between the 32 highest-ranked UEFA national associations, instead of the previous system where Leagues A and B together only incorporated 24 of the highest-ranked UEFA national associations. Finals, promotion, and relegation. In the top league, League A, the winners of the 4 groups go on to play in the Nations League finals, with 2 semi-finals, 1 third and 4th place decider, and 1 final to decide which team becomes the UEFA Nations League champion. Teams can also be promoted and relegated to a higher or lower league. Starting in 2020-21, each group winner in Leagues B, C, and D is automatically promoted to the next higher league for the next tournament. Each team placing last in its group in the Leagues A and B is automatically relegated to the next lower league. League C has 4 groups while League D has only 2, the two League C teams that are to be relegated are determined by play-outs beginning in March of even-numbered years. Based on the Nations League overall ranking of the fourth-placed teams, the first-ranked team face the fourth-ranked team, and the second-ranked team face the third-ranked team. Two ties are played over 2 legs, with the higher-ranked team hosting the second leg. The 2 teams that win on aggregate remain in League C, while the losing teams are relegated to League D. If the aggregate score is level, extra time will be played. If still tied after extra time, a penalty shootout will be used to decide the winner. The away goals was originally to be used, but was abolished by the UEFA Executive Committee on December 16, 2021. UEFA European Championship link. The UEFA Nations League is linked with the UEFA European Championship qualifying, providing teams another chance to qualify for the UEFA European Championship. There were playoffs for each of Leagues A, B, C, and D in October and November 2020. Each group winner earned a spot in the semi-finals. If the group winner was already one of the 20 qualified teams, rankings were used to give the playoff spot to another team of that league. If fewer than 4 teams in the entire league remained unqualified, playoff spots for that league were given to teams of the next lower league. This determined the 4 remaining qualifying spots for the European Championship. However, starting with UEFA Euro 2024 onward, the now downsized League D will no longer be given its own path. Instead, if any of Leagues A, B, or C have fewer than 4 teams that did not qualify directly for Euro 2024, the best-ranked group winner of League D will advance to the playoffs. The remaining spots will be allocated based on the Nations League overall ranking. However, group winners from Leagues A, B, and C cannot face teams from a higher league. Therefore, additional teams from League D can only advance to the playoffs if enough teams from League C qualify directly. FIFA World Cup link. The Nations League was linked with European qualification for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, although to a lesser degree than the UEFA European Championship qualifying playoffs. The first round of 2022 World Cup qualification consisted of 10 groups. The winner of each group directly qualified for the World Cup. Then, the second round was contested by the 10 group runners-up, plus the best 2 Nations League group winners that finished outside the top 2 of their qualifying group. The playoffs were split into 3 playoff paths, played in 2 semi-finals and the final, from which an additional 3 teams also qualified. In an interview with Polish website mexywiki.pl, UEFA Vice President Zbigniew Bonik said that all 10 teams from CONMEBOL, the South American Football Confederation, would join the UEFA Nations League from the 2024-25 edition of the competition. Trophy. The UEFA Nations League trophy was unveiled during the phase draw in Lausanne, Switzerland. The trophy represents all 55 UEFA national associations and is made of sterling silver. The trophy weighs 7.5 kilograms and is 71 centimeters tall. Anthem. The official anthem of the UEFA Nations League was recorded with the Netherlands Radio Philharmonic Orchestra and Choir, singing in Latin. It is a mix of classical and electronic music, and is played when the players are entering the field of play, in television sequences and for ceremonial purposes. The composers are Giorgio Tuinford and Frank van der Hegden. Seasons. Each season of the UEFA Nations League is typically played from September to November of an even-numbered year, and June of the following odd-numbered year, meaning a UEFA Nations League champion is crowned every 2 years. An exception will be made in the 2022-23 season when the league phase will be played in June and September 2022, due to the 2022 FIFA World Cup played in Qatar at the end of the year. Results. Finals. Performances by team. Team performances. 1 Champions. 2 runners-up, 3 third place, 4 fourth place. Promoted. Asterisk promoted after format change. No movement. Asterisk originally relegated, spared after format change. Relegated. Q qualified for upcoming UEFA Nations League finals. R. In playoff to avoid relegation from League C. Host country of UEFA Nations League finals. Reactions. Support. UEFA devised the tournament as a means to eliminate international friendlies, an aim that has been shared by many football clubs and supporters, with the regular football season being interrupted with non-competitive international matches as part of the FIFA International Match Calendar. In February 2012, it was agreed between UEFA and the European Club Association that the international friendly schedule would be reduced from 12 to 9 matches a year, with the August round of international friendlies in the UEFA Confederation abolished from 2015. The aspiration to eliminate friendlies in favor of a more competitive tournament has been both welcomed and criticized by many football commentators. Supporters more than most realize that most friendlies fail to deliver competitive and meaningful football. Now they will have the opportunity to see their teams play in more competitive matches, take part in a new competition and get a second chance to qualify for the major tournaments. There will certainly be fewer friendly internationals and undoubtedly fewer meaningless friendlies. However, there will still be space in the calendar for friendly internationals, particularly warm-up matches for final tournaments. UEFA is also keen that European teams will still have the chance to play opponents from other confederations. Criticism. The format has been criticized for allowing weaker teams to qualify through the Nations League to compete in the European Championship finals, instead of qualifying through the standard qualification process. However, once the tournament began in 2018, it got applause for very high-level matches and impressive turnouts in the initial round of fixtures.